I've
walk away
met
from
some
it all
men
day.
recently with no Instagram. They got a whole wife at home.
But what's
That's
everything?
why they don't have Instagram, because they got something to hide. So it's just like, I just don't think that should be the factor. Like,
That's not a deal breaker.
regardless, it's not a deal breaker. It's not a.
Mm-mm.
It's not important. You gonna have it
Not a
social
deal
media.
breaker.
Yeah,
not,
but y'all
like,
saying it's not a deal breaker for y'all.
Yeah,
He's saying if the perfect dude says get rid of this,
the perfect dude not gonna ask me.
See,
to do
but
that.
see,
Not
but,
for me.
See, but here's the deal. Like y'all keep,
That's true.
Y'all
That's
keep
true.
thinking that it's all about what y'all want,
It's
and the
not
thing
all
is,
about what we want.
okay,
But
you
there's
say it's
somebody
not all
out there
about.
for everybody though. Like, seriously, the perfect dude for
Right.
me not gonna ask me to.
I'm
delete.
very
That's just
submissive.
me.
I think that's some goofy shit. If I wanted to have that mentality,
You my
then that
husband.
means that I'm gonna fucking walk around and act to do everything I was getting. It's like, it's all right. The right woman's I'm gonna fucking sleep with 30 bitches and I'm
But
gonna do
that's
whatever.
where
And you know what? The right
alignment is-
woman is gonna be cool with me sleeping around and
You
doing all
have
that.
to understand
It's just
though,
That's not
everybody's situation is different, right? So if I get with a man, certain things that I want my man to accept of me, he's gonna
Yeah.
want things for me to accept of him as well too, right? I like certain things. I don't want to live with no man. I'm not very traditional when it comes to shit like that. I don't want to live together. We don't never got to live together. I'm cool with us living separately. That's me. I'm not a traditional girl. I'm one of those, hey, I want to have fun. I want to have us
I
do
said for me though, just
I'm
simply
not gonna
because
do
like
that.
yeah,
I've been in a situation that I felt was controlling before, where this
Right.
man didn't want me to wear something like I have on right now.
Mhm.
My
Yeah.
friends and family will tell you.
Now,
I
when
still
he was
have-
with you or when he wasn't
when
with
he
you,
was
he
with
didn't.
me. When
That's
he,
crazy. See, I hate guys
Listen,
that do that shit.
right.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So I'm big on just like if it's seen. If
But
it
those guys
comes
are
off-
insecure as fuck. That's actually insecure. When you're with your girl and you try to limit what she's wearing, that is actually insecure. Now, if he's trying to limit because he's
Wait.
going to church and he wants you to wear something nicer than the slutty outfit, that's one
Listen.
thing. But it just
Hold on.
depends.
So that's kind of contradictory. So if we're saying now, I just want to take this from a logical approach.
Mhm.
If we're saying that delete your Instagram, that's not insecurity. But if you tell her to change the way she dresses, is this that doesn't go? I think what this all boils down to, we getting older. We ain't got no time to be sitting up on Instagram and IG at 35 and 40 years old.
True.
Right? We're dedicating our time to something that's not a return on investment. Now listen, you have a business page, right?
Mhm.
If you're making money, you have to do it. The way of
I make
2022.
money from both of
If
them.
you make money online, get your money up. That's what you have to do. But if you ain't making no money, you're gonna let this be the thing that prevents you from being in a relationship. It's absolutely absurd. And I think what we really have to do is question: are we addicted to this stuff? Are we addicted to social media? Addicted to attention? Addicted to likes? Addicted to stuff that really don't translate to nothing meaningful in life? And I think that's where we are. We're just addicted to attention, like attention that doesn't mean anything.
I will say,
Yeah.
like my use for Instagram, TikTok is honestly like a new Google.
Yeah.
Being an A&R manager, I can go on TikTok and
You have
Google
to, yeah.
a day in the life to stay current to whatever. I learned so much from social media, even how to run my reels up in my numbers to where I can monetize this content. So it's all about your intentions. I don't use Instagram or any app as a dating app or to post my pictures with the intent to find my husband. I truly don't. So it just all boils down to
If you're making money, you got to do that.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
just feel like it's what works for me and my partner. Like, granted, like I said, of course, I'm respectful in my relationship of like certain posts or like, certain things, your partner, right? So, like, okay, my man wouldn't like this, you know what I'm saying? But it's not, I came from a very controlling relationship. So you can't just come at me like that. You have to come at me a completely different way because I'm going to feel like, it's like how I want to think about what my man wants. He got to think about how I feel too. And I'm going to feel like, damn, nigga, you trying to control me? Like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
now you stripping me of this. What else you gonna strip me of?
Yeah, I feel like Instagram is just too much. Instagram is the news for some people. People don't buy newspapers anymore.
Absolutely.
People using
Follow
social
CNN.
media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Instagram is providing
Everything.
swagger, it's providing news.
And what's funny is
knowledge
I've talked to a dude recently who
It's
just
like-
does
it's a
not
lot.
do, he don't do social media. And that's perfectly fine. I wouldn't try to encourage him to get on it. I wouldn't try to influence him to,
The biggest thing I take this back to is that, like, remember one of the first questions I asked y'all, what is the guy that you want? That's what this always all goes back to is that, like the guy of your dreams or the guys that you really want, what do they want? And like, I'm not saying I'm one of those guys at all. Like you're saying, the perfect guy for you isn't going to care about it. But I'm just saying, as a guy that makes the high six figures, and I'm a true provider, and I'm a guy that's very spiritual, takes care of my girl, and does a lot of good things right. Like I said, I'm not perfect, but just from my point of view, from certain other high value men that I know, they won't put up with that type of stuff. And like I said, you're just trying to see what those you need to think about what those guys want. Now you might find the perfect guy who doesn't care.
But I also feel
Yeah.
like organically, naturally, if you in love and your guy is this perfect guy, y'all gonna end up off of it organically anyway. You know what I'm saying? It ain't
You're
too
completely
much.
right. Yeah, because you're both gonna just love each other so much. You're just gonna
So
naturally do the
that's
right
just
thing.
how I feel.
Yeah, but it's so rare for it
That's
to
not
fall
true.
into that.
I'm on it.
Yeah. I want to know now. Should women be drafted? Do you think women should be drafted
Drafted into the
into the army? Yeah.
No.
Uh,
It's just a funny one.
no. It's
Hell
just
no.
it would just have to be something like extremely crazy going on. But no.
No. Should women be
I would
drafted?
say no.
No. Should women be drafted? No.
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 Baby, get somebody else to do that.
No.
Well, I got a caveat.
Why?
I got a caveat for this one. If the woman is equal, I can do whatever you want to do, and she wants all the benefit of equality, but none of the responsibility. Draft, right? So she has to be able to
I respect that.
acknowledge that there are certain privileges you get from being a
Okay.
woman, and if she can't do that, come on, lady, come on, sign up.
All right.
Sign up sheet
I
right there.
hear you.
So would you give up your right to vote
For what?
for the draft? Like if they were like, look, y'all don't have to go to the draft, but you have to give up your right to vote. Would
Bye.
you do it?
I guess I'm going.
You're not gonna vote?
No, I'm voting.
Oh, you're voting?
I'm
You're gonna go to the
voting.
draft? All right. Would you give up your right to vote for the draft?
I'm
to
just
not
get
get
pre- I'm
drafted?
gonna just get
Guess I
pregnant
won't-
before,
guess
and
I
then
won't
you
be
can't
fucking
draft me.
voting.
I guess you're voting.
I guess I won't be voting.
Oh, you won't be voting? You're not getting drafted?
I'm not going to the damn military.
Just get pregnant, and then you don't have to go.
Facts.
That's what I'm
There
Am
one
I
thing,
giving up
and
my
they
right
heard
to
what you
vote?
said.
You'd have to give up your right to vote if you don't want to get drafted.
drafted in combat though. Like
Yeah.
in my fight.
Yeah, you
Yes,
You just
combat.
strap up.
I'm
Yeah.
giving it.
You're giving up your right?
I'm
I
just
get
not be able to.
Damn,
It
they're
ain't
leaving
for
you
me.
hanging.
Yeah, it's not.
You going drafted
I'm
alone.
gonna be, look, I'm
might
gonna
just
be
go and have
drafted
to
and
get
pregnant,
pregnant.
and that's
Yeah, I might just have
That's
to go and get pregnant at
impossible.
that
Look,
point.